Welcome to The Black Truth, episode 14. I am the messenger of the G-Role Africa. As an adult, there are few experiences from my childhood that I will never forget in a hurry. The foremost of them is the numerous head-aching knocks I received and the blisters from cutting the bushes because I spoke my mother tongue in class. Don't ever speak vernacular in this class again. Speak only English, the teacher emphasized. As children, we all trembled in communication because it became obvious that our local languages did not matter in life. We learned that for us to survive and be recognized in life, we'd rather be English and not our true selves. I lost my self-esteem as an African child. I started hating myself and disowned everything about me at that age. And I look forward to being like my colonial masters for the African society and the world to respect me. I started hiding my accent and dressing like them. Well, I blame not the teachers or the parents or even the government and the older generations who did not realize the dangers of this practice on time. These and many more were the outcomes of colonization and slavery when our ancestors were completely dehumanized, de-identified and intimidated beyond measure. The impact of slavery was beyond physical. It included mentality, which is worse than physical slavery. If our mental strengths and visions are so preserved in the worst of physical oppression, like Nelson Mandela, your liberation is so solidly secured intact. Our ancestors were cowed and coerced to believe in the white superiority as the only means of existence. The black superior values and cultures were redefined for them by their masters, and it took decades of generations for such mentality to be implanted in our psyche and normalized in our lifestyle. So, what are other consequences of such mental subjugations or slavery in our society today, in addition to my childhood experience in school? The perception of the white complexion, that is our colonial master's skin color, as the epitome of beauty. Hence, we bleach or tone our skins to be fair. The utter value placed on white weddings, that is our colonial master's traditional wedding, over our traditional wedding. Use of good English language as a measure of character, literacy, and academic qualification for higher learning. Have you noticed that we laugh or mock each other when we speak bad English, and that is not even our natural language? We value foreign education more than our local education. Our black ladies wearing artificial long hairs, that is their colonial master's natural hair, as a perfect reflection of beauty over their natural hairstyle, such as the braids, afros, and the rest. Do we have a creative African identity or culture for celebrating Christmas besides Santa Claus and snowed Christmas trees? We don't even have snows in Africa. We disregard ideas from our fellow blacks as nonsense, but cherish anyone from the foreigners, even if it's not relevant in our local context. Hence, we easily lose respect for each other. Fighting each other is entrenched in our mentality. Just look around our society today. You will see so many other ignorant lifestyles connected to this mentality. The main cause of this is complete loss of identity and no sense of ownership. We have completely disowned ourselves and our identity in the pursuit for another's. One who does not own himself or herself will never own his country. Are you surprised at the reason most African leaders do not have interest in developing their countries, but will rather take the funds out of their countries to go and develop another person's economy, their white counterparts' economy? Are you surprised at the reason most citizens have plan B to relocate to their colonial master's country than die hard in fixing theirs? It is because we don't own the country. I understand the ugly situation that befall us, but who caused it? Show me the man who sees his personal house on fire and he does nothing but chooses to move to another man's house for safety. That is the plight of our leaders and citizens. The good news is that knowledge of a problem is half solved. I do not blame anybody at all for this, not even the current generation of the Western countries, who are also thriving on the benefits of the seeds sown by their ancestors. They are groomed from foundation to own, be proud, and die for their countries with high self-esteem. So, I will tell them congratulations and welcome them in peace. They are not our enemies. There are many good white brothers out there, so we are not in competition with the West or the whites. So the real question is, now that we know, what are we doing to rewrite our history and hand over a reformed foundation and legacy built in the true African spirit of love and communalism to our children? What are you doing as a person listening to me right now to be part of the solution of this root problem? Do you prefer to allow your children and future generations continue to be enslaved mentally to the future generations of the colonial masters? You are truly liberated the day you find true answers to these questions. Welcome to the Black Truth.